Hello, hey there, welcome. It's Tuesday. My name is Meta Fox. Welcome to my daily Facebook live stream. So, today's topic are interesting ones. Somebody said, please tell us the truth about Canada life, not what we see, flashy, fancy things we see. How is it actually in Canada? So that's a very good question, and I'm happy to answer that. And I'm going to be telling you my stories so that you have a clear picture of what life in Canada is really like. And then Charity said she wants to know about the visitor's visa requirements. So first, let me jump right into this. I'm going to be here less than 30 minutes. So usually I wait for people to come in, but then I realize when I share the live on YouTube, I don't want to my video to be like fluff from the beginning while I'm waiting for people. I'll get straight to the point, right? And the good thing is people can always rewind. Anyways, why am I doing this? I love empowering people. I love to help people achieve their life and money goals. So that's basically what I'm all about. So I offer free coaching and I love helping people find jobs in Canada. So I share links usually on Mondays or any other day when I find jobs in Canada. I'm all about empowering people to be the best version of themselves. So basically it's helping people analyze their life, what they are good at, why. If they are stuck, I help them to get unstuck so that they can live their full potential. Hello, who do I have here? Thanks for joining. So today is going to be 30 minutes. I am not going to take long. This is Tinotenda Munashe. Thank you, Tinotenda. Thank you for watching. I am live streaming in Edmonton in Canada. Where are you watching from? So this is optional. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if you want to answer, please tell us where are you watching from and what are you up to today. Anyway, so what I wanted to share with you is Facebook. Some people call it fake book because sometimes we portray the things that we want people to see. Sometimes we don't really tell the story, the truth about life in Canada. I have Kudai. Yes, Kudai, you're right here. Thank you for coming. So today I'm just going to go straight to the point. Yesterday I asked, and this is the feedback I got. Kelvin wanted me to talk about life in Canada, like real life in Canada, not the fancy things we show you on Facebook. And sometimes I love talking about, what can I say, behind the scenes. So Canada is an amazing country. It has, Kudzai says, I'm okay, how are you? Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. Canada is an amazing country. But I'll give you an example. When I came, I did not understand the culture. So this is one thing you have to be careful when you come to Canada. Understand the culture. When I say the culture, I'm talking about the money culture. Because when I came, all of a sudden, because I came from the UK to here. And when I came, my permanent residence was set already. I was already a permanent resident, right? So that means I was eligible now to receive credit. So in the mail, you get letters from credit cards giving you money. And then you can apply for a loan. You can apply for all sorts of credit and you can get it. But the problem is if you don't understand the culture, you think, oh, the bank is offering me free money. You take the money without understanding the implications. So most of us here in the diaspora, you might see me with a fancy car. But the bottom line is, did I pay fully for that car? Because credit is easy to get here as long as you have a good credit score, right? So it's so easy to rent, like to get an expensive car, and I can post it on social media, and people think, oh, this person is living the life, and then it makes people want to come also, right? So what I did for me, I had no clue what I was doing. I got credit cards. Oh, this is big. I went to a car dealership. I bought myself this beautiful Chrysler Sebring. It was beautiful. I loved that car. It was expensive. What I did not understand was the minimum payments they required me to pay means by the time I'm done paying for that car, I would have paid ×4, right? So you look at a car, it says 20,000, right? And you're thinking, oh, 20,000, that's not much. And then they will say your minimum payment is 400, right? So I did not even realize the system, how it works. I thought I was just going to be paying 20,000 back. But the minimum payments they set, it guarantees you by the time you are done paying for that car in 5 years, you would have paid double, triple, or even 4 times. So Canada life is not very simple. When you see us looking good, most people, it's all debt. It's all credit. It's all debt. So what I'm really trying to say is, yes, aspire to come to Canada, but come with good expectations. I'll give you an example. When I first came to Canada, we were renting a 1-bedroom apartment. It was 500, actually 450, 500, I think. Now, if you are looking for a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm pretty sure it's costing you over 1,000. So this is double the price. But when you look at the salaries, the increment is maybe 1%. So by the time you come here, the housing market has gone way up. So that means you are now required to do double shifts. You can do double shifts, or you can do one job that pays a lot, but it's so hard unless you are a lawyer, unless you are a nurse, unless you are a doctor. Yeah, you can get away with living with one salary. So my point is, don't always believe what you see. When you see us posting Jeeps, fancy cars, most of it is just debt. Do you know there came a point I was $50,000 in debt. I was drowning. I was dying. If anything happens home and they needed help, I couldn't send because I was so deep in debt. So, newsflash. I don't recommend people to sell houses to come abroad, because you are going to work twice as much. Unless you are wise, you can come and do one job and find an online business that pays. Yes, there are some people who just come to Canada and within 1 month, they are not in debt. They have accumulated savings. They are just living real life. They've paid off their house. They've paid off their cars. So you have to be really, really strategic. So it's important when you come to Canada to understand all the things you see on Facebook, most of it is fake. Well, it's not fake, it's real, but the lifestyle we lead sometimes is we are in debt, like the mortgage. That's why you find in Canada, the retirement age, I like Charity. I'm glad, my sister, you are here. But anyways, you would watch the replay anyways. Yeah. So my sister, I'm just talking about Canada, real life in Canada, what really happens. because it's easy to sell houses, to sell your property, saying I'm going for greener pastures without understanding how we are actually living. So what I was saying is, you find the retirement age here is 65, but you are finding people working through 70 years, 75, 80 years because they cannot afford to retire because they have a mortgage to pay, right? Do I have any questions here? Oh, Bernard says, okay, thanks, my sister. Kelvin says, this is so real, Ma. I'm sorry you experienced some of what you said. I can't listen in an eye-opener to me and everyone intending to explore overseas. So for me, before I came to Canada, actually, when I left Zimbabwe, I went to the UK because Canada denied me a visa, so I had to go through the UK, right? And I had a very good job in Zimbabwe. So I was able to buy my ticket. I was able to book a B&B in London for 3 weeks. And when I was there, everything was just perfect. And then 3 weeks later, I was running out of money. Soon I would not be able to continue to live in that. It was, for me, it was like, I think in the UK, the 2 years in UK, not 2 years, the first 18 months in UK was horrible. I was depressed. I kept on telling myself, why did I do this? Why did I come? Charity says, okay, I'll respond as soon. And then Annie says, hello. Yeah, so now I'm just talking about reality in diaspora. That don't make decisions based on what you are seeing us post on video. Somebody was saying Facebook, Fakebook. Sometimes we want to portray the flashy life, and then here we are struggling, right? So to make it in Canada, you can have one good job that pays you, but you need to be careful on your budgeting. If you don't know how to budget, you will drown in this country. So for me, I was so depressed at one time. I had creditors coming at me from all angles. The visa bill, they want their money. The car, they want their money. I overdid it because I didn't understand. But looking back, if I had stayed a simple life, if I had not taken the credit cards, if I had not taken a car loan that was killing me, choking me, like I regretted getting that car. So when people see me those years, they thought everything was well, but it was not well. I was 50,000 in debt. I was depressed. I was sick. I was getting divorced. I was getting separated. So it was like, oh my God, I did not sign up for this. But the good thing is I realized my mistakes. I left Edmonton. I moved to a smaller city. I was working at the bank there. And one time I left the bank, I did care work. I believe that was the turning point of my life. You know, in life, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you really want change. And that's what I did. And during that time, when I moved to Red Deer, I was living in a townhouse. Hello, Clive. How are you? Hello, Charlotte. So I was living in a townhouse. I had a roommate. So the bills were maybe from 1,500 to 1,800 between the two of us, including car and everything, right? And then my roommate left. So I was left with this townhouse to pay almost $1,800 a month in bills, right? It was killing me. It was choking me. I was depressed. I was like, oh my God, this is not working. I regretted coming to Canada most of the times. But I told myself, I'm not going back. I'm staying here. If you want to really survive in Canada as a new immigrant, okay, you got to understand how the credit cards work. Don't just jump and get credit cards. Look for cheaper accommodation. Look for cheaper accommodation. So what I did, because I was drowning in this townhouse all by myself, I gave up my lease. I found a place that was 5 bedrooms, and from $1,800 a month, I ended up paying about $500, rent, bills included. And I had 2 jobs. I was working 12 hours or more than 12 hours a day. Sometimes I would work 11 days straight. Do you know why I did that? I really wanted to be financially free. I was tired of living in debt. So every money I was making, I was paying off debt. And it paid off. So when you come to these countries, don't try to keep up with the Jones, because I called it, it's like a suicide mission. Just live your simple life. Just live your simple life. You know, of course, you want to look nice. I used to spend a lot of money on braids. And then 2012, I decided, you know what? My natural hair is okay. I did not do this to save money. Of course, saving money was a bonus. Why am I telling you this story? I'm just trying to encourage you, when you come to these countries, keep it simple. It doesn't matter if people back home say, oh, she's struggling, look at her hair, or look at her face, or look at it, she doesn't have a car. That's okay. I've got Mike Charuma is watching. Oh, thank you for coming. Do you guys have any questions? I'm going to answer Charity's question later, but do I have any questions here? So when you see me driving a fancy car, don't envy me. It might be on credit. I might be dying trying to pay off that thing, right? So never compare yourself. Be you. I think the most important thing to do is to write down your goals. When you come here, what do you want to achieve? Like when you come to the diaspora, here, not so much. When I was in the UK, the Zimbabweans, they did a lot of parties. And I understand why. It was a distressing. I'm telling you, if I tell you the jobs I did in the UK, made my life so much miserable. I remember one time I was working at this place, it's called Walker's. It's a chips factory. You see, a place that says after every hour you take a 30 minutes break. Up to now, I don't understand that concept. So it was hard because we were on the belt packing potato chips. And the belt was so fast. It's like you had to be really quick. I remember the first day I worked at that job. I went home. I did not eat supper. I did not shower. I did not change my clothes. I did not take off my boots. I just went straight to bed. That's how depressing it was. And now I can understand that's why Zimbabweans, they used to do a lot of partying, because it was a distressing thing. So don't always believe what you see online. Don't always believe. Sometimes it's just all fake. It's I would say it's a plastic life. But then there are some people who are so focused, who have made it good in Canada. And they are not in debt. They just know how to strategize. Some of them, they take debt to create wealth. Some of us, we took debt to buy fancy cars that depreciated. So there's nothing wrong with borrowing money from the banks. If you are borrowing to invest to make more money and repay that debt faster, that's wise. That's what some people are doing. Some people are in real estate. Here in Canada, some people are doing, what can I say? They're doing online businesses. Like, the opportunities are endless. The only difference with Canada and our countries is it's easy to get a loan. And there are like a credit card here, the highest interest rate you can pay, I would say there are some actually that pays crazy ones, but the average one you pay 21%. So if you want a lower interest rate in Canada, you are better off with a line of credit or a loan, but the requirements are a bit different. That's why banks, they push the credit card because of the high interest rate. We are learning. Oh, Charity says we are learning. Oh, thank you, my dear. Yeah, so this is the real life in Canada. Some are making it, some are not. So do I have any questions? Any comments? And then I'm going to move to the next question Charity asked me about visitors. Can you repeat your question again, Charity, about visitors visa? I want to answer that one. Oh, so this is what happened. Months ago, Canada extended the program that says if you come as a visitor. Hello, hey Agnes, how are you? Thanks for coming. So months ago, there was a rule that Canada extended their program. If you come as a visitor, you were able to change that visitor's visa into a work permit, right? So while you are here on a visitor's visa, you could start applying for jobs. And when you get a job, then you can switch that visitor's visa to employment or any other visa. This program was supposed to last until February, and then the policies changed. There was so much under pressure to change it, so that program is no longer there, right? So when you come as a visitor, you are a visitor. If you want to change your visa to work permit, you have to go back to your country and then apply. Okay, so Charity says, so Charity is asking, house job, like housekeeping jobs, are they there? Yes, they are there. And I found some, but then 3 of them, they were not hiring people without valid work permit. So you can find them. I actually posted last week a job about a cleaner. Actually, that job is actually here in Edmonton, my city. So if you want to get the application information for that cleaner's job, comment cleaner and I'll send you the information. But so far I've sent to people. Okay. Before Charity, you asked yesterday, you commented you wanted more information about visitors visa. I think that was you, cleaner. Okay, I'll send it to you, Charity, as soon as I'm done. Oh, here's the postman coming. Yeah, I'll send it to you. So do I have any questions? Because today I'm only staying for 30 minutes. Do I have any questions? Any comments? So this is what happened yesterday. You know, I used to do long Facebook lives, right? And then I would do interludes where I will play music. So I found a website that says this is free copyright music on Facebook. So that's what I do. So on my breaks, I used to put that music. And then yesterday, I am like, okay, I need to download this video on my YouTube. Okay, guys, this is one thing I'm going to tell you I was not planning. To those content creators, please don't rely on Facebook alone to make money through content. Do you know you can take your videos, if you do a live, you can take the same video, download it, and upload it on YouTube. So yesterday, that's what I did. But then, because there is that music that I play in between when I'm taking breaks, after posting that video, I actually posted the one I was talking about, caregivers pilot program. So I posted it to YouTube. But it had that epidemic music. And now I realize it's only copyright free if you do it on Facebook. If you're going to transfer the video to YouTube, they'll hit you with the copyrights, whatever strike. So that's why on my videos right now, okay, Cheryl says it was me. Okay, and Charlotte says I would like to know more about visiting visa. Okay, I'll tell you shortly. And Cheryl says, what's your YouTube channel? Tino says, oh, thank you. I love you, my sister. You are very supportive. Thank you. So my YouTube channel, I've got 2 YouTube channels. So the first one is called Independent Beauty Consultant Metha Fox. So on that channel, I talk about Mary Kay products. I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant, right? Skincare. So I talk about skincare tips, beauty tips, and I also talk about inspirational things. And then I have another one, which is called, I'm forgetting. I've changed it so many times. You know what? I'll put the links on the comments, and then you can check it out. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, so guys, don't put your eggs, sorry, don't put your eggs in one basket. Don't rely on Facebook alone. Make sure you are utilizing YouTube. So, to hit 2 birds with 1 stone, when you do a live, even if you don't do a live, if you post a video on Facebook, you can post the same video on YouTube. But just make sure it's the original one. Don't put with, like, you know, when you do TikTok. So when you do a video on TikTok and you bring it here with the watermark, I heard that Facebook does not like that. They don't promote that video. So make sure you're bringing in original content. Even if it's your original content, don't take it from your TikTok, because that watermark will show TikTok and Facebook. They don't like that. I thought I'd just share. Okay, so Charlotte says visitors. Okay. So when you are applying for visitors visa, you have to know exactly why you are applying for it. So are you visiting as a tourist? Are you visiting for business? Are you visiting your spouse or a partner who has sponsored you for permanent residence? Are you visiting for a family visit? Are you visiting for compassionate reasons? Are you visiting to join a vessel as a marine crew? Or none of the above? So you have to know why you are visiting. So for example, you say you want to visit as a tourist, right? So when you visit as a tourist, I used this one for when I left Visa to go to UK. I applied for a visitor's visa as a tourist. So when you visit as a tourist, that means you need to have a booking for your B&B. You need to have the receipt. When I got to the airport, they wanted to see where I was staying, right? And then, okay, let me just check something here. Okay, yeah. So that's what I used when I went to the UK. I went in as a tourist, a visitor tourist, right? So I believe you need different documentation for that. So if you are visiting a relative, they need to give you an invitation letter. So basically a confirmation of where you are going to be staying. They need that. So Charlotte, you were broad about visiting visa. Okay, what exactly do you want to know? Like I've talked about, you decide how you want to come, visitor, tourist, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, bank statement. You need a bank statement to confirm that you can support your stay here. Okay. So you can actually apply online. I helped somebody to do the application. She applied online. So she needed a bank statement from the person inviting her. So like I was saying, depending on the visitor's visa you select, they bring you different questions. So for example, if you have money in your account and you find a B&B in Canada, you can come as a tourist. Come as a tourist. And another thing you can do, to be honest, that's why I always encourage people. It doesn't matter you are in Africa, Asia, or in Canada. Always have an online business. Visiting to come and stay. Okay. So visiting to come and stay, like I was saying, Canada has changed that. If you come as a visitor, you are visiting. If you want to stay, that's a different whole ballgame. I don't know how people are doing it, but before September, people would come as a visitor, they find a job, they switch their visitor's visa into a work permit. And then the problem is most companies are not willing to hire people without work permits because of the LMIA. I've talked about that one, whereby a company has to apply for the labor assessment for the government to allow them to hire somebody from outside Canada who is not a resident or a citizen. So companies, they pay $1,000 to apply for that for every position. So people don't want to part with their money. That's why it can be a challenge. It was a challenge for many people to switch. Even when the rules were favorable, it was hard to switch because finding those LMI companies is kind of hard. Okay. All right. So there is also, I'm going to look more into this. You can apply for, they called entrepreneur business visa. I'm going to look into that, whereby people say, okay, I want to relocate to Canada as a business. Okay, so Charlotte says, can you please add me? Where do you want to be added, my sister? Yeah, so I'm going to look into that business thing, whereby you can actually apply for a business visa, whereby you come to stay as a business owner in Canada. But that's something I haven't really researched into. But I'm going to do that, and as soon as I have information, I'll come and share with you guys, because it's my goal to help people to come. Because I understand when I was in Zimbabwe, I wanted to come to Canada. You see, I always tell people, if you know me, I will repeat this over and over again. If you feel from the depth of your heart that you are meant to come to Canada, you will come. You will come. If Canada is your destiny, God will make a way. I remember when I was planning to come to Canada and they refused me a visa. So we decided, okay, go UK first and then come here. And I remember that time, that was 2002. Oh, long time ago. Long time ago. That was 2002, right? And at that time, Zimbabweans were being deported. But I knew from the depth of my heart, I was meant to come here. So I just did whatever I could. Even if when they denied me the first time, I told myself, I'm meant for Canada. And sometimes when you have that desire, I only believe it is God who has put that desire in you, because he knows he can fulfill it most of the time. That's what I believe anyways. So any more questions here before I go? All right, so I'm so excited. I was really not, this whole week, I didn't feel like coming to do a Facebook Live, actually. I need a break. But then I was excited. I like talking about things that matters to people. That's why I asked yesterday, I don't have any content. What do you want me to talk about? So Charity and Calvin, thank you so much for the suggestion. I'll just wait here maybe a minute. If there's no more questions or comments, then I am good to go. Okay, I'll just wait here. No more music because I need to transfer this video to my YouTube. So I want to make sure I don't get a copyright strike. Okay. All right, my friends, thank you so much. And to my star senders, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And the comments, the likes, the hearts, the sharing, I really appreciate each and every one of you. And to those who are messaging me to chit chat, this is your platform to chit chat. I only chit chat with clients or potential clients in my messenger, because I've realized you can take hours responding to hi, how are you, where are you from. I don't have time for that. So Facebook, that's my workplace. Let me say that Facebook is my workplace. So thanks everyone who interact with my post. You see, when you guys do this, you are helping me to gain more followers, because Facebook are like, oh, she's getting a lot of responses. Oh, people must be liking what she's doing. But when you go and message somebody in their messenger, you're not helping them. Most of us here, they are here to monetize. So yeah, you can inbox them. That's okay. But try to support people on the public platform. That's how they can monetize and help more people. Anyways, I'm going. Oh, hi, Destiny. All right. Yes. So, Destiny, I have just finished my live. How are you doing today? You can watch the replay. I had some interesting topics to talk about, but now it's time for me to go. Do you have any question, Destiny, before I go? Oh, Destiny says he's okay. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate. And I have Lindley Dube, thank you. Anyways, if you are going to be watching as a replay, please comment replay so that I can acknowledge you and thank you for supporting my live stream. Anyways, I have to go. I'll see you tomorrow. So my Facebook live streams, I'm doing my best to keep them under 40 minutes. 40 minutes, so I get to the point. So if you have missed the first part, just watch the replay. If you have any further questions, please comment them on this live stream. All right. Okay, guys. Bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow.